This morning on DC News Now, we're talking about those temperatures warming up this afternoon, mid to upper 80s for much of the area under mainly sun-filled skies. Even warmer tomorrow. All latest details coming up.
Also coming up this morning, taking action on abortion rights. The Supreme Court's latest move in the controversial case surrounding abortion pills.
And robberies on the rise. Prince George's County releasing new crime numbers, the impact it is having on people in the community.
And all aboard when Metro says doors will open at its newest station in Alexandria and what this new addition means for morning commutes.
The station covers all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
It's Thursday morning. Good morning to you. And good morning, guys.
That looks pretty. It looks better on the TV than in the screen actually behind us. Wow.
Don't tell them that. All right.
Hey, it's Thursday.
It is
Whatever.
Thursday. My Friday, by the way.
Oh,
She doesn't like me talking
We're
about
not talking about that.
Good morning to you, though. I'm Corey James.
Good morning. I'm Tanaya Wright. We've got a warm and a beautiful start to our day out there, Jackie.
Yes.
Look at this. It's like pinky purplish out there.
I love it. It almost looks like a lavender haze. Any of my Taylor Swift fans out there. But again, let's talk about a warmer end to the week. We're talking about those temperatures really warming up through the day today. We're talking about those high temperatures, mid to upper 80s for much of the area. This is going to feel more like July out there as opposed to, you know, mid to late April. But let's talk about planning out the rest of your day. We're talking about upper 50s out there this morning, back into low 70s as we head towards 11 a.m. and mid to upper 80s as we get towards 3 p.m. this afternoon. Out there this morning, just a few clouds like we did see on that live shot not too long ago, but those clouds will quickly fade away and we'll see those clear skies through much of the afternoon. As you're stepping out the door right now, it is a bit of a warmer start out there in comparison to yesterday morning. Many of us 40s to 50s across the area. Currently in the district 56, but we're 45 in Frederick, upper 40s in Hagerstown, low 50s in Leesburg. We're upper 40s right now, currently in Fredericksburg. Now, as we get towards tomorrow, we'll be a little bit warmer than the day today, and then we'll cool things off a little bit for the weekend. More details on those numbers coming up. But Shanika's here with a look at the roadways. How's traffic?
All right. Well, we're very busy this morning, Jackie. I keep saying this. What a start to your early Thursday morning. We're looking at the outer loop stretch of the Beltway. You are on your brakes pretty heavy. This is because of a tractor trailer fire past this point, and that's right at Pennsylvania Avenue in Prince George's County. So yeah, the Capitol Beltway on this stretch is very, very slow. Let's flip over to the maps. You are still seeing red and congestion and just not looking good for commuters at this hour. So if you want to get anywhere on time, avoid this area. So again, this tractor trailer fire, they're still working to clear that up. That happened right between Pennsylvania Avenue and Ritchie Marlboro Road. Past this point, you should be all good to go. The inner loop stretch, you might see a tap on your brakes. Those are probably rubbernecking delays. Now back over to BW Parkway, heading southbound. We did have a vehicle fire. This was earlier right near Powder Mill Road or past that point. We also have an incident, police activity in the same area. It seems southbound lanes might be affected. Guys.
All right, Shanika, thank you. Your time right now is 6:02, and your Know and Go headlines this morning.
That is right. Beginning with breaking news on your Thursday morning. Police are on the scene of a fatal overnight shooting in the Shaw neighborhood of Northwest D.C. Now we are working to learn more details. We have a reporter on the scene, and we'll have a live report coming up in just a few moments.
And the House is blocking the district's police accountability bill. This is the second time this year the chamber shot down D.C. legislation. Now the bill is now heading to the Senate. President Biden said he will veto the bill if it makes it to his desk.
And the man accused of shooting 16-year-old Ralph Yarl has pleaded not guilty. Andrew Lester appeared in a Missouri courtroom yesterday. The 84-year-old allegedly shot Yarl on his porch after the teenager accidentally went to the wrong house.
And breaking overnight, D.C. police are investigating a deadly shooting in Northwest. Right now, officers are on the scene in the Shaw neighborhood. Our Lex Forrest is live at the scene right now at this hour. Lex, still an active scene right now.
Yeah, that's right, Corey, and not much information from police even at this hour, 7 hours after this shooting happened. But we do know that someone was shot and killed just right here in off of the 800 block of Rhode Island Avenue. I'm going to go ahead and step out of the way so you can take a look at this scene. A large portion of the sidewalk is blocked off this morning. Now, this is between 8th and 9th Streets Northwest right here on Rhode Island Avenue. The investigators are not actively on the scene right now, but you can see there are officers stationed here to keep everything roped off and contained this morning. Now, this is right next to the Shaw Library, and the shooting happened about 7 hours ago, around 11:15, but you can see still there is a large portion of this sidewalk blocked off. We do know this is a busy neighborhood, as people are starting to get up and move around the neighborhood and get to where they're going this morning. They are going to run into this portion of the sidewalk being blocked off. You can see where the shooting happened. Lots of clutter on the sidewalk, chairs, bicycles, personal belongings. However, right now, police have not told us anything about the victim of this shooting, if any of these belongings are theirs, or if they live in this apartment complex right in front of it, or in the neighborhood over here. So that is something that we are working to confirm and to learn more about, not only what led up to this shooting, but who that victim is, who that person is who was shot and killed out here. Also, no word on when the sidewalk will be opened back up. So if people are living in this neighborhood or typically walking around the Shaw Library to get to work in the morning, they should be aware that they're going to have to cross the street and take the other side of Rhode Island Avenue to get to where they're going this morning. Of course, as they open that back up and give us more details, we'll let you know right here on DC News Now. For now, live in Shaw, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Lex, thank you. Also breaking overnight, Branch Avenue at 495 is back open this morning after a crash closed it for hours. This is in Temple Hills, Maryland. Now, video from our contributor Moko PG News shows multiple emergency crews on scene. Stay with us as we work to learn more about the crash.
And the U.S. Supreme Court has temporarily extended access to the abortion drug mifepristone. Now, tomorrow night is the new deadline to make a decision on it. The medication has been used in the U.S. for more than 20 years. House Democrats say the drug needs to remain available. The Biden administration asked the Supreme Court to reverse a Texas judge's ruling that revoked the drug's FDA approval. They say doing so would have major consequences for women who need access to it. Some Republican lawmakers say this is a state issue and the feds should not get involved.
If you look at Kansas, which is pretty much a red state, they voted for abortion. And so you don't know how it's going to work, but let the people vote on their futures.
Again, the final ruling on the drug will now be expected to come down tomorrow.
The House of Representatives overturned a D.C. policing bill. This is now the second time Congress has gotten in the way of D.C. legislation. The
recent move by Congress is drawing mixed reactions. Our Tosin Fakile live this morning on Capitol Hill. And Tosin, some of that reaction is coming from D.C. Council Chairman, who didn't seem shocked by what happened.
Yes, that's correct, Tanaya. D.C. Council Chairman Phil Mendelson, in a statement to our newsroom, said the move by Congress was no surprise, but unfortunate nevertheless. The House voted down that D.C. policing bill, the vote 229 to 189. Now, the votes weren't just Republican votes that voted that bill down. The votes also were gotten from Democrats. Republican leaders saying the move was necessary to improve safety and combat crime in the district, and the district has been seeing quite a bit of crime. Now, this is another time Congress has voted to block a D.C. legislation. The D.C. policing bill was the district's effort to reform the police department. Now, Council Chairman Phil Mendelson said the bill is all about police accountability. In a statement, he went on to say, quote, "It's incredible that Republicans think accountability is anti-police. Last I checked, D.C. residents want good cops. Good cops are not afraid of being held accountable for their action." Mendelson went on to say if the Republicans really wanted to help the district fight crime, they would not propose cutting resources, saying, quote, "Instead, add resources so that more cases can be prosecuted. A 2/3 declination rate at the U.S. Attorney's Office has to be discouraging to the morale of our police officers." End quote. Now, President Joe Biden has reportedly said he will veto that measure once he comes to him, which is a different move by the president from the last time Congress voted down a D.C. legislation. Now, coming up at 7 o'clock, D.C. Police Union also talking about this bill that was voted down. They give their reaction to that. I'll have that for you coming up at 7 o'clock. But for now, we're live at the Capitol. I'm Tosin Fakile for D.C. News Now. Back to you.
All right, Tosin, thank you. Prince George's County Police are seeing a 7% increase in robberies compared to this time last year. Now, this map shows where some of the armed robberies have taken place over the last 2 weeks. Police say so far this year there have been 100 robberies at businesses. DC News Now spoke with the man who says he helped an employee after they were robbed at a gas station in Bowie.
I helped him out and called 911, and I stayed around, and officers came. You know, the guy was very distraught. He was his first day doing at this store, and he got robbed.
Anyone with information about any of the armed robberies should contact Prince George's County Police.
Your time right now is 6:09 this morning. New details this morning in the case of former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan's chief of staff. A newly unsealed FBI affidavit reveals Roy McGrath made no plans to travel to Baltimore for his trial. McGrath skipped trial and fraud and embezzlement charges, triggering a 3-week manhunt. It ended in a deadly confrontation with the FBI. The affidavit says McGrath, who was living in Florida at the time of his trial, did not have plane tickets or other travel reservations. At the time, McGrath's attorney says he was surprised by the no-show. He says he believed McGrath was planning to fly to Maryland the night before. And the man accused of shooting 16-year-old Ralph Yarl has pleaded not guilty. Andrew Lester appeared in a Missouri courtroom yesterday. The 84-year-old allegedly shot Yarl on his porch after the teen accidentally went to the wrong house. Some civil rights leaders and Yarl's family attorney want prosecutors to charge Lester with a hate crime, saying Yarl was, quote, armed only with his black skin. And new this morning, a man caught by police in Hagerstown after a manhunt is expected to spend decades behind bars for murder. Pete Manfredonia was sentenced to 55 years in prison in a Connecticut courtroom yesterday. Back in 2020, he left Connecticut after killing 2 people, sending police on a manhunt up and down the East Coast. Following searches in Pennsylvania, authorities finally captured him near a truck stop in Hagerstown 2 months after the murders.
I wonder, every day throughout the day, I'm wondering what kind of environment they're in, if they're okay, if they're safe, if they're healthy.
That interview was 7 months ago from a Florida father desperately trying to find his 2 daughters who he believed were in D.C. Now, those little girls, Hannah and Sky, were 7 and 5 when they disappeared from Waynesboro, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that was back on March 17th in 2020, more than 3 years ago. And months later, at that time, a Hagerstown judge had awarded their father full custody. Now, it's not clear where the 2 girls were found. Police believe they were abducted by their mother after she lost custody. This morning, that mother is waiting for a court hearing. The sisters are in custody of the Children and Youth Services. Their father asked the community for help with searching for both of them. And in a statement, he tells us, quote, I'm so grateful for everyone's support and helping us get to this day. Time froze 3 years ago when my beautiful girls were suddenly taken from my life. I'm overjoyed and now focusing on getting the girls back home with me.